Hello, Taurus loves. For today's reading, we are creating a soul activation reading that is meant to bring forth messages of guidance that will activate your soul in relation to anything that you are working through at this time. And so for today's reading, we are using this beautiful deck here. This is the Beyond Lemuria Oracle cards. And I am so grateful and excited to be sharing this deck with you all because the illustrations in it are just so beautiful and powerful, and the messages of guidance that come through with the illustrations are just so powerfully activating. And this is a deck that I have worked with for quite some time now. It's actually a deck that I really wanted to keep to myself and spend some time working with because it's just astounding how deeply activating the messages are that come through. And so I'm really excited and grateful to have received the guidance that it is now time to share this deck with you all and create these beautiful soul activation astrology readings. All right, love, so let's go ahead and get into it and let's see what your messages of guidance are for today. All right, so I'm going to pull two more cards and then we will get into your messages. So what does Taurus need to know? There we go. Your cards came out with so much fluidity that I definitely feel like things are flowing for you, Taurus. But let's see what your cards are. Ooh, we have 19 balanced forces. Yes, this came out in another reading, and I believe it was in this exact same place. I can't remember which sign it was for. I want to say it was for maybe Pisces, but I'm not 100% sure on that. Okay, and then we also have one Earth Star Chakra initiation. Ooh, you have the first card in the deck. This is like a new beginning. And 26 full spectrum. Yeah, look at that. All the chakras there feeling very aligned, feeling very grounded, feeling balanced and in your power. This is exciting energy here, Taurus. And then 40 or 30, why did I say 40? 35 luminescence. Okay, so the number 40 could be significant to somebody, or the number 45, because I accidentally misspoke and was going to say 45 there. Okay, loves, this is such powerful energy, and it is energy of deep activation, especially with the Earth Star Chakra here. So, and look at this, there's the Earth Star Chakra right up there, the crown chakra, and then all the chakras here are like activated and glowing. And then even these two cards here, these two end cards, both have their hand chakras being activated. Okay, there's healing abilities within the hands and they are activated, and both of them are connected. Here they're connected to her throat chakra, and here they are connected to her heart chakra. So this is signifying that there is a deep and powerful activation that has landed in your heart and your mind space, where there is something magical that you are birthing into reality, something that you are meant to be creating or pursuing. But this really feels like creation energy, activation energy that's coming from within you. It's coming from your Earth Star chakra. So the divine, the cosmos, your angels, your ancestors, your spirit guides, your own intuition. You are receiving a download of some sort to create something magical, create something powerful, and you're getting this idea from your heart center, from your heart space. It's like something that you're deeply passionate about, something that you are pouring a lot of love into, something that you're pouring a lot of your own energy into. You may be working with your hands to bring this into creation. And then it is through the throat chakra where we are able to release and express ourselves. Okay, so even if this isn't about speaking your truth, you are expressing this divine creation, this divine idea through your being. Okay, whether it's through that throat, your voice activation, or like through your hands. I really feel through your hands because we have the two hands activated here, but the throat is signifying that you're leaning into that self-expression and you have a lot of confidence and you're really tapped into your inner power to be able to create and birth this idea, this creation that you are meant to create and give life to into this life, into this reality. So really big, powerful energy coming through for you, Taurus, where the ideas are just flowing in, and then you're also in that state of flow and surrendering to the flow around what it is that you need to do, where it is you need to go, what you need to work with in order to create this magical thing that you're giving life to. Okay, so for some people, this could be like, I'm seeing like you're inventing something. You could be creating a masterpiece, something that you've always wanted to create. So maybe like a book or a painting masterpiece. Some of you could be creating like a collection of something. Okay, so like a collection of your biographical life stories, a collection of poetry, a collection of music, of songs. And the songs, it doesn't have to be just like voice songs. It could also be like I'm seeing like a lot of music notes. So where you're actually like mapping out the music notes for something. Okay, so maybe like creating songs to be played on piano or to be played on guitar, or I'm hearing like different music instruments that resemble a guitar, so like a ukulele, a fiddle. Is that like a guitar, a fiddle? I'm hearing fiddle, and then I'm also seeing a harp too. Okay, so a couple different instruments coming in, so take what resonates there for you. But I definitely feel like there's something magical that you're meant to be creating, and for some of you, this is a very new idea. It's something that has been kind of stored away in your heart space, in your DNA codes, but you haven't allowed yourself to really access it and bring it to the surface and give life to it. And then, so it's something that maybe you've like always kind of wanted to create, but you just didn't really know how, or the timing wasn't right, and you just didn't have time to put a lot of thought and energy and emotion into it. And now it's coming up and you're like, oh wow, this is what I'm actually meant to create in relation to those ideas that I once had that I thought about pursuing and just didn't have time for. And then for some of you, this is like a completely brand new idea that you are meant to create, and it's like something that's just landing for you. It's something you never thought of before. It's like an initiation of sorts, and it's helping you align to this completely new path of being and of like seeing the world around you and connecting with the world around you. So this idea and this pursuit, this passionate pursuit of yours, it's also aligning you to new paths, new ways of being, and new ways of seeing yourself, your abilities, and how you connect with your environment and your relationships and your communities and the people around you. Okay, so this is like, I'm hearing like it's a very progressive path, in the sense that you are meant to make deep soul healing progress on this path. So this idea, it's just the catalyst for what you're actually meant to go through, with this idea being the core of it. Okay, so it's almost like Spirit's kind of giving me this example of a human, so when you are a baby in the womb, you're just like a tiny little seed, and then you grow into this the fetus, and then the baby, and then you come out the birth canal and you come into this world. And so it's like that seed of who you once were. It's like the core element of what you are to become. Okay, so like you couldn't go through the progress of becoming a human and becoming who you are today and now if you didn't have that initial seed energy of yourself implanted in the womb. Okay, so that's what I'm getting this like visual of, where it's like this idea, it's just the seed of the path that you're meant to be exploring and pursuing moving forward. So it's like opening up completely new doors, opening up a completely whole new world for you. And it's almost like it's a path that you didn't even know that you needed, you didn't even know that you wanted to be on, you didn't even know that this is what you were meant to be embracing and embodying and exploring in your lifetime here on earth. And so this energy, this creation, these new pursuits, these new opportunities, these new paths that are just landing for you with so much fluidity, so much ease, so much grace, are opening up whole new worlds to you. I lost the message. I'm so sorry, Taurus. The message slipped away. But it's like it's opening up a whole new world for you, and it's one that you didn't even know you needed, or one that you had access to. And so this is just the beginning. This is just the beginning, and it's a beautiful journey that you're walking upon, because it's allowing you to tap into the depths of your innate power and your innate truths, your soul truths. And it's also allowing you to like shine your light and spread your light. Okay, so I do see that maybe some of you are moving through where you're like coming out of this little bit of a shadow energy, where maybe you were in a period of deep transformation or confusion, or just not understanding what would be next for you. Okay, maybe you were also in a period of comfort, just staying in your comfort zone, not trying to step outside the lines or step on anyone's toes. But now you have like this whole new energy that has washed over you, because you've received this beautiful download to create something magical, to share something, to express your truth in some unique way. And it has just given you a whole new life. And now you've kind of left all that shadow energy behind. It's not even on your mind anymore. It may kind of dip in here and there, but it's not something that you're thinking about anymore in the ways that you once were thinking about it, because you are so connected, soul connected to your heart center, and to wanting to express the depths of your truth, and to just give life to what it is that you're experiencing internally, thinking internally. And you're just creating something completely new, and that has the majority of your attention and your energy right now. Okay, so a message that's coming up for you, Taurus, is because you're experiencing such heightened bouts of like energy, you can feel a little bit all over the place from time to time, okay? Because like all your chakras are aligned, you're really excited, you're really passionate about this new idea. Okay, there's a couple of different messages coming in with that. So one, Spirit's saying to be cautious of who you share your wisdom with, who you share your ideas with, okay? This is your sacred energy. This is your sacred truth. And these ideas, these pursuits have been gifted to you, okay? The Earth Star chakra is the chakra that is directly above the crown chakra. Okay, so let's talk about this. So Spirit did want me to talk about the chakras here. So we have the root chakra, okay? We've got the sacral chakra. Okay, I'm saying this wrong. This is the root chakra here. We've got the sacral chakra here, solar plexus, the heart chakra, the throat chakra, third eye chakra, and then we have the crown chakra. And then right above the crown chakra is where the earth star chakra is, okay? And the earth star chakra is the chakra that emits the ideas, the influence, the initiations through the crown chakra. Okay, so this is where we get our downloads, our intuitive downloads, cosmic downloads, any intuitive downloads, messages, ideas, thoughts of wisdom. Okay, and it's also connected to the heart center, of course, too, because that's where our intuition is. But oh my gosh, your messages keep kind of coming in and out because they're going so fast. That's like your energy. It's like one thing to the next. Okay, so I remember. So your Earth Star chakra is where you receive these beautiful divine ideas and gifts. And okay, so Spirit's saying, it's a little nuanced, because they want you to know that you have received these ideas through your crown chakra, and they are very sacred, and they are very much connected and in tune with your heart center, your heart truths. These are ideas that you were gifted, and so it is your duty to protect these ideas and to nourish them and to nurture them through the early stages. Okay, so just like with the baby, the baby visual, the example where, when you first find out that you're going to have a baby, you have that little seed. And usually people keep that to themselves. They don't go out and tell everybody within the first moments of finding out. They keep it to themselves. They want to protect it. They want to make sure everything's okay. They don't want too many energies influencing them and this new thing that they're growing and developing within. Okay. And then, you know, as time goes on, oh, okay. Oh, and also, it's your duty to, just like a baby, protect and nourish that baby, nurture it, give it the love, the care, the nutrients, all the things that it needs. It's nobody else's job to do that except for the carrier of the child, okay? And so, just like with the baby, your ideas also need to be held in a sacred sanctity. They need to be protected by you. They also need to be nourished and nurtured by you. Okay, you're the only one that can do this in the way that you are meant to be doing it, because these ideas, not only are they coming in through your Earth Star chakra and your crown chakra, but they are also deeply connected to your heart chakra. And even though you want to really, really express this outwardly and tell everybody about it because it's so exciting, this is a new beginning. This is like just the little seed that we talked about that is opening up all these new paths and possibilities to you. And so it's very important that you keep these ideas and projects and pursuits close to yourself, close to your own heart, just while you are getting familiar with them, because they're brand new to you. You like just came up with these ideas a couple weeks ago, maybe a couple months ago for some of you. I'm seeing like 3 to 4 months, but it feels a lot sooner than that too, where it's like just a couple weeks. And so you really want to keep these ideas close to you while you become familiar with them, because you don't even know the full extent. Like I said, you don't even know the full extent of what these ideas and passions are going to offer you in terms of like your path moving forward. You're going to be seeing things in a completely new way, completely new light, and just walking a completely new path, and ultimately like embodying a completely new way of being and seeing life. But where you're at right now in this present moment, you're just getting familiar with these ideas, and you're learning how to formulate them, how to grow them, how to create them, what they need in order to grow, in order to nourish, like what's going to nourish them in order to grow. And you're spending time nurturing them, making sure all the pieces of the puzzle are fitting together in the way that you are envisioning it in your mind and how you're feeling it in your heart. Okay. And so that's why it's very, very important. Spirit keeps bringing this up, to keep these ideas close to home and just be very, very cautious of sharing these ideas with too many other people. Okay. Maybe none at all. Okay. I know that can be very hard. So maybe just like one or two close buddies, or like a family member, like a sibling or somebody that you know is going to keep this energy safe and protected and not go out and tell everybody about it. You just want to keep this really close to yourself, and within your very close knit relationships, where you really know that people aren't going to go out and kind of gossip and talk about these ideas, because you're still formulating them, you're still growing them. And when you share ideas too soon, you sever the lines of protection and you sever the creative flow and the way that it's meant to be created, because then everybody starts forming their own ideas, thoughts, and opinions about this idea, even if they don't really know and don't have all the facts, don't have the information, and are not directly connected to you. Okay, so make sure that you're keeping your ideas, your pursuits safe and protected and close to home. Now, the other message that was coming through with that is around your energy, where it's like you're going to want to be in that energy of like go, 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 tell, talk, telling everybody the excitement, the passion about what it is that you're pursuing, what it is that you're creating, because it is very exciting. And you have like this like heightened level of energy washing over you. So Spirit wanted me to explain the chakras to you, because it's very important that you ground yourself every day and just come back home and tune in your chakras. Okay, so you can do this through following some guided meditations on YouTube. There's tons of guided chakra meditations on YouTube, but really the main message here is about just coming into your body and grounding yourself, doing a root meditation. You can envision like roots growing out of your feet, connecting with the center of the earth, growing through the earth until they reach the core of the earth, and just grounding back into your body, because you have so many ideas coming in. It can be very easy to get caught up in your mind, and to lose sight of, being sure that you're still connected to your heart space, and you're keeping that energy of protection over yourself and your ideas and your pursuits that you are pursuing. Okay, making sure that you're bringing balance back into your body. Okay, you don't want to be too much in your mind. You don't want to be too much in this earth star chakra energy. You want to be grounded here on earth, and making sure that you're not getting too excited, not getting too caught up in the excitement and the energy of change and transformation, that you're losing sight of the sort of like nuances that exist here on planet Earth. Okay, such as, needing to protect your energy, needing to protect your ideas, making sure that you're communicating with the quote unquote right people, the people who will honor you and cherish you and your secret beautiful ideas and pursuits. Okay, loves. Okay, so let's see if anything else is coming through. So I didn't notice, but this lotus up here was really drawing me in. And then we also have the lotuses here, and lotuses are a symbol of transformation. So you're definitely going through a transformation. You've made it through the mud part of the lotus, pushing up through the mud. But now you're starting to bloom. Now you're starting to blossom, and you're coming into a whole new way of being, whole new energy, whole new environments, and possibly new connections, new relationships coming in as well. We also have the dragonfly energy here, and then we have the two dragons right here as well, and there's two dragonflies. Well, there's two down here too, so there's four, but in numbers of twos. So dragons can be significant to somebody, and then dragonfly energy is also significant. She also has like kind of dragonfly wings right here too. And so dragonflies can also represent our ancestors that have passed on to the other side, coming through, letting you know that they are there with you. They are guiding you. Maybe they're the ones gifting these ideas to you, these inspirations to you, and they're helping you to bring them into creation. And I'm also getting this message that your ancestors are helping you with the fluidity of this project, of this pursuit, of this new path, and getting you into alignment, so that you are very clear-headed in what it is that you need to do moving forward. Okay, let's go. Oh my goodness, we're 21 minutes and you had so many messages coming through. So let's go ahead and pull your oracle cards now from the Healing Waters Oracle deck. Wow. Wow, we went a little bit over time with these messages, but wow, you had so many coming through, Taurus, and that's your energy. Like, you don't even know how much time has passed when you're working on this passion project of yours, or this pursuit, taking these steps. Maybe you're even like going into the meditation room where you're just meditating with yourself, and you don't even realize like 2 hours have passed by and you've been meditating, or 2-3 hours have passed by and you've been working on this project. You've been aligning yourself to this new path, and you don't even realize what time it is. Look at that. Lady of the Lake. New beginnings. New beginnings. Something is about to happen. Something is about to happen. We've got the swan right here too. The wishing whale. Unexpected gifts, kindness, and karmic jewels. Yes. Blessings are coming in for you, Taurus. Wow. And then we have the waterfall. Oh my goodness. Inner power, unbridled confidence, claiming your place. Wow, I'm loving creating this reading for you, Taurus. Like, your energy is so high vibe right now. It's so beautiful, so powerful. And like, just the abundance is like washing over you. Like, you are so safe and protected right now. And you have like I'm seeing like your ancestors just lined up around you, helping to guide you through this experience. And they are just like lining things up for you to flow perfectly into your being. So through those ideas coming in, and then also in your physical environment as well, where it's like you may think that you need something, and then it's like you turn the corner, you could just go outside and like boom, there's like a package on your front door that you didn't even order, but it has the tools that you need to make the things that you're wanting to make. Okay, or it's like you get a call from somebody and they tell you like, hey, do you want to go to this place? And it's like the place that you needed to go to take the next step in this pursuit, or in this creation project that you're working on. So like really beautiful and unexpected blessings are coming in for you from your ancestors, also from your own intuition. Like, your higher self is guiding you towards these experiences and these blessings. Okay, so there's also this energy coming in where it's like you're also just learning how deeply powerful you are and how truly connected you are to the universe through your thoughts. Okay, so it's like if you think it and believe it and feel into it, that like you fully believe in your emotional body and your mental body, then that's when harmony happens, and it can manifest in the physical environment like just so quickly. And so you're also learning about your manifestation abilities and just how deeply connected you are with the universe. But I just keep hearing abundance here, where like abundance is washing over you. These ideas are very abundant, very successful ideas, and they are giving you like an unfounded confidence that you did not have 2 months ago, 2 weeks ago. Like you are just completely on the other side of the spectrum from where you were a couple weeks ago, a couple months ago, and you are reclaiming your place, you're reclaiming your power through this initiation, through these new pursuits, these new passion projects, these new paths that are opening up for you. Such beautiful energy here, Taurus. So we do have the pearl here, and then we also have the swan they want me to mention again, and we also have this sword here. I'm hearing katana. Also the new moon. We have the new moon in Gemini coming up in a couple days. I think it's on May 26th. So that could also be a very powerful, significant time for you. It would be a great time for you to set some intentions and to also get very clear on what ideas and what paths you actually want to pursue, okay? Because I'm also seeing here for some of you where you're just getting like so many downloads, so many intuitive hits that it can be very overwhelming, and you may not really be sure which ideas you want to pursue. Like you're just like, I want to pursue them all, but you need to fine tune it down to the one that really calls out to you, the one that resonates deeply in your heart center, and you'll know which one if you just allow yourself to slow down. Remember, ground back into your energy, get connected, rooted with the earth, with your body, and you'll know in your heart space which idea you're meant to pursue, okay? But I feel like working around the new moon in Gemini, just journaling out your ideas, you can get more like deeper insight and more clear-headed on which ideas are actually going to work versus which ones may take a little bit more time or just may not be the right ones for you to be pursuing, okay? All right, let's go ahead and pull your tarot cards now. So we're going to pull some tarot, just 2 tarot cards from this deck here. This is the Tarot of the Divine. And, oh no, it looks like one of my cards got a little, like a cut on it. I'll show you since I'm talking about it, but that's okay. I don't know which one it is yet, so that's fine. All right, let's see. So this are messages from the Tarot of the Divine, and we're just going to pull 2 today because we're just feeling called to do 2 tarot cards because this is an activation reading, and so we are using the oracle cards today. But let's see what the tarot wants to share with Taurus. Let's get one more. All right, tarot doesn't want to come out. All right, what does Taurus need to know? Okay, we'll take that one. This one wants to come too. Okay. So you got an extra tarot card. So let's see. We have 8 of Cups. 8 of Cups, diving deep. Yeah, you need to allow yourself time to feel into your emotional body and the world. Okay, 21, the world. And let's see what your third one was here. Page of Wands. Yeah, new beginning. There's a new beginning that you're taking action on, and you're really excited to take action on this. But Taurus, don't lose sight of what you're feeling internally and emotionally, okay? So Spirit's bringing up those shadow aspects again, where there could be some heavy things that you are moving out of, some heavy energy that you may still be moving through it in some ways, but I feel you really coming out of it as you start to go down this new path and these new pursuits, these new creations, these new ideas that you're pursuing, and you're so excited about these ideas that you want to just like propel yourself into them, and that's like really the energy of what you're doing and what you're being guided to do, okay? But again, it's such an overwhelming, exciting energy that you can get really caught up in your mind and really caught up in just like hyper focusing on this thing that you're creating, this thing that you're pursuing, that you may tend to lose sight of your self-care needs and your emotional needs. Okay, that's why we have the 8 of Cups here. But there is something that is coming to an end from an emotional standpoint, where there's something that you have been processing emotionally, such as a loss, grief, just a pain, sadness, any negative. I mean, they're not necessarily negative feelings, they're just the feelings that they are, but they're just like heavier feelings that humans can attach egoic beliefs to around not wanting to face, not wanting to deal with. But if you just allow yourself to feel them out and process them, when they come up, they can just flow through you and be done. Then you can move along to the next thing and have the new emotions of joy, happiness, fulfillment come back in. Okay. But it does feel like there are like just these little bits of heavier energy that is going to need your attention from time to time while you're pursuing this passion project. And some elements of this passion project may actually be calling upon you to channel those heavier emotions into it. It's like through the depths of our pain is where we can create the most beautiful pieces of art, the most beautiful revelations, just like the lotus going through the mud to blossom up, to come through the mud, digging through it in order to bloom the most beautiful flower. It's just like that, where it's like you've gone through the shadow aspects, you've gone through the processing period, but some of those pain points are still there, and they are still there because you're meant to channel them into this new path, this new pursuit, with this unbridled confidence here, and just like a completely whole new outlook and perspective on what that experience, the initial experience that triggered those pain points, on what they actually have gifted to you. Okay, because it's like you've gone through this journey of going into the shadows and spending time in that like lower energy, needing to process, needing to heal, and now you're coming out of it. Okay, but you're not going to forget what you went through. Okay, you're not going to forget it mentally, and you're not going to forget it emotionally. Okay, and so when these emotions come up, just allow yourself to process them, tap into them, ask them, what are they showing you? Where do they need to be channeled? Where do they need to be released? Okay, because I do feel like they are also serving as a guide for you in how this project, how this creation, how this path unfolds and what becomes of it. So it's all very much interconnected. It's all interconnected. Okay, but I do see you putting an end, closing out, releasing those heavier emotions in a very positive way, where it's like it's not something that's going to be holding you back anymore. It's something more so that you have gained a sense of control over and understanding over. Okay, so beautiful message coming in there around healing the emotional body for you, Taurus. So thank you for allowing me to share that message with you. Okay, also dance. Dance is being highlighted here, even with the Page of Wands, dance. I'm also really drawn to these banana bunches, so bananas could be significant to somebody. We also have like the bell flowers, bells, so somebody may want to be working with sound energy, sound healing. There's the music again, writing songs, creating like a collection of songs. And then the cups, which just represents emotions, but also I'm getting like hydration here. Make sure that you're hydrating, make sure that you're taking care of your physical body, because you can get really caught up in these things that you're working on in the physical, the things that you're breathing life into, that you may tend to forget to just drink some water, eat a meal, and even get some sleep. So make sure that you're tending to your immediate needs as well when you're working through this new path, this new energy. All right, Taurus, let's go ahead and draw your last card now. So the last card I'm drawing for the soul activation readings is from the self-awareness oracle deck, and these cards are question cards that you can choose to just take some time to reflect on and answer within yourself, or if you choose to, you can journal out your answers to these questions, which I highly recommend. And they are meant to help you work through and integrate all the messages that we talked about in your reading today. Okay, so let's just shuffle one more time and then we'll get your card. All right, so what does Taurus need to know from this deck here? I'm going to take this one here. Wow, this card keeps coming out for these readings. So where can I create more space? Where can you create more space? Where can you create more space? Instead of filling yourself up with busy work and things to do, create more sacred space in your schedule, in your home, your mind, your lungs, and in your heart. Take time to just be. Yes, and today's soul action for you is to do a clutter detox of your schedule, your home, and innermost self. Make space and clarity will come. All right, so if you feel that things are not moving fluidly, all you have to do is take a look around your physical environment, your mental, emotional environments too, and ask yourself, where are things taking up too much space? Okay, so I'm going to explain. So in your physical environment, very simple, very straightforward, clutter. Where are you holding on to objects that have kind of grown stagnant, things that you've left on the back burner saying you'll get to later? Spirit wants me to share this example. I have a shred pile that's just sitting on my table. It's been there for probably months now, and it's just taking up space, and I bet if I cleared it out, it would free up some space for something new to flow in. And it doesn't necessarily mean something physical. It could mean these very ideas that you're reaching for, that you're seeking for, the relief, the release. Okay, so physical things that you know you need to tend to that you haven't tended to. Okay, where are things piling up? Okay, and then also with the physical thing coming through too, because we have the emotional aspect message coming through here, where it's like things that you're holding on to that are from people that you no longer connect with, past relationships like exes, family members that have passed on. Are you just holding on to these things out of necessity or obligation, or because you just like feel bad throwing them away? Really ask yourself, why is it that you're holding on to these objects, and what are they doing for you by being in your physical space? Are they providing you with a sense of joy, with a sense of peace? Or when you see them, does it kind of trigger a feeling that you don't really need to be feeling every time you look at that object or pick it up? Okay, so really ask yourself why it is you're holding on to those objects. Try to make peace with it and let it go. Maybe somebody else could have more use or benefit to somebody else. Or if it's just something that's kind of old and worn out, just throw it away, toss it out. All right, now the mental and emotional aspect. Where are you allowing this constant repeat or replaying of thoughts and ideas and emotions to constantly be consuming you? Okay, so are you having very repetitive thoughts? If these thoughts are around something that you could be taking action on, go and take action on those things now. If these are repetitive thoughts around like wonders or like coulda, shoulda, wouldas, you need to get grounded into your body, okay? And then find a way to release these thoughts from your being. Find a way to make peace with them. So through sitting with them, maybe you need to talk about these ideas with somebody else. I'm also seeing journaling. Write out about them. Write them down. Get them out of your head. Get them onto the paper, or speak them out loud to a friend and let somebody know what it is that you're going through on a mental and emotional level, what it is that you're constantly repeating to yourself, but you haven't spoken out loud yet, or shared it out loud yet, or written it out to yourself. This is going to help you to declutter your mind and declutter that emotional energy that you're carrying within. And this is naturally going to open up that fluidity that we've been talking about throughout your reading, and bring in these new ideas and this new path and these new pursuits that are very much available to you, Taurus. Okay, loves, that is it for your reading, Taurus. I thank you so much for tuning in. If you enjoyed this reading, please give this video a thumbs up. And I'm just sending you so much love. Until next time, bye, loves.